to Knoxville, Tennessee this afternoon, Neyland Stadium, where Rocky Top plays in the background, sailgating going on in the Tennessee River, and the Big Orange ready to open the season. We've got a terrific matchup for you today, rich in pageantry and tradition, and it ought to be a fantastic clash. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on a team from the SEC, the Tennessee Volunteers. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Vols ready to get this thing started and open the season. He'll bring it out. It's Stewart. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Handoff to the lone back. And he never had... And it's just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Finds his man. It's Marshall. He'll get it out to the 25, not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a first down.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
Looking to throw, it's Underwood. Grabbed over the middle, it's Marsh. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
That's a really nice pass. You can see why this guy right here gives the Michigan faithful a reason to be optimistic. You know, for years we know Michigan has always been good at running the football, but they've got to be able to throw. They've got to be more consistent, making big plays through the air. This guy gives them that chance.
Motion from the back. Looking to throw on first down. Buys a little extra time. Trying to get rid of it. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it.
You want to make a guy that's elite, that's one of the best in the business, start to become more and more human. Keep getting hits on him. Nice job by the defense, getting in his face, being physical. Make him feel your presence. Don't let him get comfortable back there in that pocket.
Looking down the middle. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
The noise reverberating off the checkerboards in Neyland on third down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. To the air, it's Underwood. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. On the run, deep down the right side. And this is hauled in at the 20-yard line.
And that is such an accurate throw. It's one thing to do it from the pocket when you have your feet set underneath you, but when you can get outside, off schedule, on the move, and throw a dart like that, that is just big time, and the offense gets a huge explosive play.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Let's take a minute to talk about Michigan. They had quite the ride last year, made it to the semifinals, couldn't finish the deal. Regression or redemption?
And today we're going to find out, and that's what's cool. Last year did not finish the way they wanted to, but they did get to the playoff. That is an accomplishment. Now, did that raise the level of intensity for these guys for a whole offseason, Jesse, and do they come out better?
I think it has. I think the sense of urgency on this team has actually gone up. There were a lot of people patting them on the back last year. Yeah, you didn't win it all, but you made it to the playoff. Nice job. They're hungrier than they were a season ago. Let's see if that shows itself here today.
Third down play in the red zone, and this crowd is at fever pitch. From the gun, wants to pass. Going for 6. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
Good job by this defense, man. They've given up some yards and some plays on this drive, but they didn't lose focus. They stayed dedicated to what they're doing, and a great job on third down, forcing the 4th down here, and hopefully the field goal attempt.
It's not all doinks are bad. Off the right, upright, and through. And the first points of the day come on that field goal. They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. It's Lewis. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Give it to the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. The offense changing the play. Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. Working that left side.
That's a pretty impressive throw, man. That's given me Peyton Manning to Peerless Price memories back when I was watching them, playing against them in college. That was a thing of beauty right there. There's a nice chemistry that this quarterback has with his group of wide receivers, and you see that in the timing of these throws.
And they'll line up from the 31 on 1st down. Wants to throw on 1st down. On the move to the right and looking for a big one. Catch inside the 30 and still running. Touchdown Volunteer. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
One of the things I love about this quarterback, David, is that he keeps his eyes downfield when he gets outside the pocket. He might have had an opportunity to take off running with that, but he knew he had an opportunity for an even bigger play. And how about the run after the catch?
And that's great. You love that about the quarterbacks, but it's so frustrating when you got a guy that just breaks the contain of the pocket, breaks down your defense. Now you got to cover longer in the back end, and you could tell he comes free, he sees him, catches it, and walks right into the end zone.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They go to the ground. Turning it on! Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
And a great job by the offensive line. You're going to run the ball right up the middle. You better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big gain.
One big play, and now they've got it at the 42-yard line on first down. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. And the Wolverines are in the hurry-up. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Looking for a man. It's Underwood. Oh, it's picked off. A rare mistake from this guy. Takes it the other way.
Well, it's third and long. They're trying to throw beyond the sticks to get the first down. What a great job by the defender that time, breaking on the ball, snagging it out of the air, and securing that interception.
Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. Off to a good start here and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Makes the grab. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
Plays are going to break down, but that never seems to affect this quarterback. He's so athletic and so fast. He's able to avoid the pass rush, get himself on the perimeter, and now he's just using his God-given ability and his arm talent to make big-time throws.
And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown ball!
And this offense is firing on all cylinders right now. Starting the year, game one, and creating a little bit of a pad and separation at the end of this first half. But you can see why so many people are really excited about this offense this season.
Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, they pushed the lead out a little further. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Coming out with it, it's Stewart. He gets a block. Got a little room. He's going to get loose. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Well, maybe they thought if they kicked it into the end zone that he wouldn't dare bring it back. Instead, he just dared them to tackle him, and nobody could. What an explosive return.
Yeah, and those guys got so much speed, they ain't scared. And you could tell, takes it out, good blocking, give him a little crease, and you can see the speed. You don't put slow guys back deep. You don't see Jesse Palmer returning kicks. No. You see the fast guys, and you see an open space, and boom, he's gone.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped. The 17. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. They'll leave it with it. And the run is for no gain and no more time left on the clock in the first quarter. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat lines. They've swapped ends of the field, and we're ready to go in the second. Went to the running game on first down. Now here they come again. Wants to fire on second down. Got it behind the line. It's Rodgers. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Guys, let's take a minute here and look big picture for Tennessee. Everybody uses the portal to varying degrees. Sometimes you just fill the exact right hole that you want. And this team, as they start this season, not a ton of new faces here, Jesse.
They didn't, but I don't think it's because there was a lack of effort on the part of the coaches, David. I think they believe they've got the roster in place now to have success.
Yeah, because when you bring people in, a lot of times you tick people off on your own roster. So when you only bring a few in, you cherry pick some elite talent and some real concerns that you have, sometimes it just addresses everything you need.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Extending the play. The throw. That's reeled in. It's Rodgers. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes. He's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule, and it makes those third downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down.
These RPO runs, they're like body blows. I like them because it just sort of chips away at a defense. You'll take these kind of gains all game long. You keep running the football this way, you're going to keep moving the sticks. You're going to keep driving this defense back, so keep at it with the RPO game.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Quickly complete. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
The Vols come to the line on third and short, looking to keep this drive moving. On third and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. They get the conversion there. He used his size and nice moves to get past the chain.
And I like that. Third and short, find the big fella, the soft hands, make a quick little move, make the completion, get the first down.
They want to run this quarterback. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
And already it's completely changed the game. Like now it's 11-on-11 football. The quarterback used to hand it off and stand there and watch the play. Now he's very much involved in the play. He's running the football so much, and even when he's not, he's making somebody go with him and cover him. So the quarterback scrambling, the quarterback running has completely changed the way people play defense.
He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. The Volunteers pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. From the red zone, looking for a man. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
Back to pass. Fires on the move. Touchdown, Tennessee! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. There have been miniseries, novels, movies, long-form plays that have been over in a shorter period of time than that drive. That was a marathon.
And that's just so frustrating when you're a defensive guy, time and time again, trying to get the stops, and they just keep making the plays, and they punch it in for a touchdown. Demoralizing.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Always expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Kansas stomped a mud hole en route to a double-digit win, and they did it outside of Lawrence. That speaks to the way this coach has galvanized this team and the direction this program is headed. All that speculation all week, and now we know. And something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. It's Underwood. Rushes on him. And that ball is hauled in inside the 35.
And this offense showing off the explosiveness, the big play down the field. This is so big because what it makes defenses do to react now. Now you scare them. Now you make them drop back a little bit. So that big passing play opens up this whole offense.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking downfield on first down. Fires to the wideout. Got it in the middle with Stewart. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
And he'll just get rid of that one.
And I really like that decision by this quarterback. Listen, you've got a lot of downs here. It's 1st and goal. You're in scoring position. If you don't feel comfortable, throw that ball away. Live to fight another down.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Wants to go up top. And the pass is incomplete. Jarred loose by the hit.
Nice execution by this defense on 2nd and goal. And they're trying to throw the football. They stay tight on them. If on this offense, maybe I run some crossers, a little kick route, try to get my guy open.
Now 3rd and goal, and tough yardage to cover here. From the gun, wants to pass. Touchdown, Michigan! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
That's exactly what this offense needed to do. You talk about answering at the right time, right before the half, close this gap, create some momentum, go into the half, put something together, try to come out with your hair on fire and win this 2nd half.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Matthews. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Wide receiver going in motion. Leaves it with the back. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, Just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Quarterback now breaking the field. Pressure's there, and he gets rid of it.
I like the offensive idea here to try to change the launch point of the QB, but you got to do a better job protecting him because guys can't complete passes when they're getting hit.
Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. Quarterback making checks. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. Did the work himself. Gets it inside the 40, brought down at the 39, and they can't stop the clock.
On the 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, it's the scrambling ability of this quarterback that goes and picks up the 1st down. He was so calm back there. He never got flustered. Nobody open, no problem. If you give this guy 1 yard to run, he's...
And the deep shot is complete inside the 35-yard line. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Got it in the middle. It's Jefferson. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Catch in the middle, it's Matthews. Now the connection takes it to the 11. The offense burns its 3rd and final timeout of the half. And with just a few seconds remaining here in the first half, they'll try to kick a field goal. Never a doubt. And the field goal to end the half takes us to halftime. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Wolverines will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Matthews. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. He'll get rid of it. Makes the grab. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move. Another big play on the outside, and that's the thing that historically has gotten Rocky Top rolling.
Yeah, so much fun to watch playmakers outside that they can run by you and go make big plays. Opens up the whole field, the whole offense, and this Orange fan base goes absolutely bananas.
Mano-a-mano, man. One-on-one go ball. Who's going to make a play? The defender steps up to the occasion, knocks that one away for an incompletion.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Now they'll try the right side. They could have used a little bit more there. Pick up of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Caught over the middle. It's Bishop. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down. They were counting on making a few yards after the catch on 3rd down. Instead, they're staring at 4th.
Yeah, and I think a lot of times you trust your guy. You throw it to him and you say, I can make somebody miss or lower my shoulder and get to the sticks. The defense had none of that. Nice job tackling. Nice job forcing the 4th down.
A couple of yards short of the 1st down in your own territory, but they are going to go for it on 4th. This aerial attack has had no problem moving the ball with chunk plays.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
And the Volunteers are on the move. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Fakes the grab. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. And the Vols look to do some damage in the red zone. Quarterback keeps it. Top determined run gets it down to the 12.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the 2nd half. You want to run the football. You've got to just keep getting positive yards. You got to keep the 3rd downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. They'll move the wide receiver. Looking for room, it's Lewis. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Great play by the defense there, getting the tackle for loss. But on offense, your mindset has to be, we need to be the more physical team here in the 2nd half. We've got the lead, 3rd quarter. We want to run the ball. We've got to have more success getting our blocks and moving forward if we're going to win this game.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Buys a little time. Touchdown, Volunteers! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. He has been surgical. Precision passes. Using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for it. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
He'll bring it out. It's Stewart. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. To throw, it's Underwood. Makes the catch, it's Marsh. Knocked down at the 26 after ripping off 10 there. And the Wolverines come to the line in the hurry-up.
And after that long completion for the 1st down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the 1st down. Wolverines come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Back to pass on 2nd down. He's got an open man. brought down after a nice gain. And the Wolverines will snap it on 1st and 10.
Well, that's a really nice job surveying the field and delivering an accurate throw. You know, when I think back to Michigan quarterbacks, I think of guys like Elvis Grbac or Tom Brady, Jim Harbaugh, Brian Griese, guys that could hurt you throwing the ball from the pocket, surveying the field, reading defenses, and making quick decisions. This guy has the ability to do all of those things.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose. And I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really, really be physical. Because if he bobbles it at all, as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
The Wolverines back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Really nice 1st down run. And you're seeing why this running back is an every down type. He can run between the tackles. He can run outside. He can catch the football. He can block. This guy can do it all.
Finds his man. It's Marsh. Got some room. Headed to the goal line. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business. 1st and goal. And the Wolverines, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Just going to keep it after the snap. And he was able to pick up a few yards on the ground, and the clock has run out here in the 3rd. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Snap it to the back. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines. Well, if the momentum hadn't shifted before, it certainly has now.
It has, and now you got some game pressure, right? That's beautiful. Now the defense comes out, get you a stop, get aggressive, but the offense a little bit of pressure now because they know if the ball goes back to the other side, they could lose this ball game.
He'll bring it out. It's Matthews. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 25, exactly where he would have been if he'd taken the knee. So here is the Tennessee offense. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
Offense working from the pistol. Let's go. Using his feet. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
The Vols come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short. The Volunteers will try to convert on 4th down. Might be changing the route. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Complete out of the backfield. He is stopped short, and isn't that going to make things interesting?
I know the analytics tell me to be aggressive and go for it, but in the second half, in these ball games, the analytics don't work for every single situation. And right now, you've set them up. I just hope this one doesn't come back to bite you right in the hind.
Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls in.
Dropping back, it's Underwood. Throws to the wideout. Just a hair too much on it from this big-arm sophomore quarterback.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Pulls it in. It's Marsh. Inside the 20-yard line. Pushed out at the 18, and they're in business. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
They're able to complete the hitch throw against man coverage. And, hey, quarterback's got to be able to get it to him quickly because he knows that defender is going to be driving on the ball. So really nice job, not hesitating, getting it to him, and then he gets what he can get after the catch.
Shakes off the defender. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
You know, this offensive line, they just got to hold their blocks a little bit longer. This offense likes to run their quarterback on design plays. If you can just give him a little crease, he can take it the distance, but they couldn't get it done right.
Enormous play coming right here. 3rd down, and this crowd is bringing down the house. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down.
And you could tell the QB wants to run. He's going to be a big part of the game plan, and the defense really, really understands that. I got to understand, and more importantly, when I get a lick on this cat, I got to take it. Like, not dirty, not cheap shots, but end of the plays, when I can be physical and really make him feel me, I think that'll always bode well in the 4th quarter game.
They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
The defense, I think, was just more physical on that 4th down, guys. That was a design quarterback run, and they're calling that because they're trying to get extra blockers at the point of attack and get a numbers advantage, but just the defense fighting off the blocks, being where they're supposed to be, and not letting the quarterback break free. You just can't do a better job than the defense did on that 4th down.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Quarterback making adjustments. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. The short hands, it's Matthews. They'll go out of bounds at the 28-yard line, and deep in your own end, you need plays like that. Now on 1st down from the 28. They'll move the tight end. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fakes the grab. Still running at the 40. And they'll pick up the 1st down and mark it at the 47.
You got to love how they just continue to do what they do. It's the 4th quarter. You got to lead. There's no reason to get conservative. We're a passing offense. Great job on 1st down. Better job on 2nd down. This offense continuing to stay in a rhythm.
To the air on 1st down. Trying to make magic on the scramble. At the 35, he's open. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit.
Every possession later in the game means so much more. You start getting in the fourth quarter, one-possession games, QB drops back and makes these first downs. These extra set of downs now become so much more important late in these ball games.
Looking to throw on first down. Using his feet to buy time. It's incomplete, and trust me, you will not see that very often from this guy. It's second down.
Well, they're trying to hit the slant, right? That's a bang-bang type play. It's got to happen fast. Good throw. Receiver just couldn't come up with the catch.
They're dealing with a second and long. Might be calling a hot route. To the air on second down. Lofts one high and deep. And he's going to score. Touchdown ball!
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
He'll set up to throw. He's into the end zone for the 2 and extends the lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Fielded in the end zone. It's Stewart. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Wants to throw. It's Underwood. Looking to the big tight end. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Bringing it back.
Well, man, we've seen explosive